In this episode, the Resident Evil movies, in Bruges, and a good old chat about musicals. However, this time, we're not alone. So grab a drink, sit back, and let's talk some BS.
Well, hello there, everybody. How are you all doing? You can't answer me. You can't. They can't answer me, but you can.
I can. Hello.
Like you said, we are not alone.
No.
Oh God! What's this other voice?
Oh my God. He's already spiking.
You're already spiking massively.
It's going to be a great start.
It's a great start.
So yes, today with us we have our good friend Max Thompson,
Hello.
award-winning filmmaker
Yes.
extraordinaire.
Yep.
Yeah, we're delighted to have you here, man.
I am ambivalent about being here myself.
I was about to say, how do you feel about being our first guest?
Well, you should really amp up the guest factor because this is a pretty terrible start.
I mean, we are sharing a microphone at the moment. We're,
Yeah, I mean,
we're rather
yeah.
close.
You guys
Yeah.
literally look like you're about to kiss.
I
We
mean,
might. Who knows?
I mean-
I haven't started drinking beer yet. You never know how this might turn out.
Okay,
yeah,
man, come on,
we will
let's
see.
do this.
Let's do it.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, that AMSR. Am I right? Oh, yes.
ASMR, AMSR.
One of the two.
One of the. Yeah, well, we're not doing that.
Now, I've been reliably told that you, Max, have got a surprise for both of us to kickstart this podcast.
I do have a surprise,
I'm not going to lie, I'm slightly scared.
Yeah, I'm a bit worried. Not gonna lie.
Well, as you know, Adam and I have known each other for a decade
Yeah,
and a half
over that.
at this point. And obviously, when we were teenagers, we were both writing our own projects and stuff. And Adam's one, I believe, was a Romeo and Juliet musical with the Chavulettes and the Montagoths.
Right?
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
really.
I haven't heard of this, Adam. But
Yeah, it was amazing. It was like, it was basically,
We did auditions, is that and everything?
Yeah, you did
we had-
auditions.
yeah,
It was great. It was essentially, what if West Side Story was,
had corn music.
had core music in it? Essentially, it was fantastic.
Hey, look, I think my song choices were pretty damn good.
Yeah, definitely.
you know,
And
it
no
was
one's
just-
arguing that.
It was shit.
Well, no, it's a wonder why no one else has thought to do Chavulettes and Montagoths. I mean, it was one of those ideas that no one else would ever have ever again.
No.
But in the spirit of things, I have managed to find one of the projects I was trying to write as a angsty 14-year-old, and it's the first 5 pages I found of a jukebox musical I was trying to write
Amazing.
called Sex and Drugs and Rock and Roll. And I'll just give you some pointers. It seems my main inspirations for this were also West Side Story, but I was like, what if West Side Story was combined with A Clockwork Orange?
Oh no!
If
Because-
two things ever needed to be put together, it would
Yeah,
be those two.
Together at last, as they say, like peanut butter and enemas.
Oh wow.
So we first have some characters here, just like I listed out the characters in the first page. So you have the gang known as the Danny Boys.
right.
Yep,
Hey boy.
indeed. And so you have, I have some character bios here, and these are my favourite part. So you have Vincent Van Lemon, who's the main character.
Right.
Slick Cool Gang Leader, because that's a character.
Wait, hang on. Wait.
Is that a character? Is that a name?
No,
Slick-
Vincent Van Lemon
I was
is the
about to say,
name.
I thought one of the
And then,
characters was just cool.
and then the character description is Slick Cool Gang Leader.
I thought that was legitimately just one of the names.
That's
Slick
a
cool
description.
gang leader.
Well, you'll think that in a minute. Because the next name is Five Finger Pete,
I love that.
which is who's Van Lemon's second in command, and I put down here
Everyone-
intelligent hyper psychopath.
Everyone has 5 fingers. It's
Yeah.
not special.
Technically, 4 fingers and a thumb.
Oh right. Okay. He's got no thumbs.
But, it was like classic joke. It's like they call him Johnny the Hat. Why? He never wears a hat. From the Ricky Gervais. And then there's Jimmy Mute, who's not actually mute because he says 4 to 9 words maximum each sentence. He never says more than 4 or 9 words in each sentence. He plays guitar and or piano in the background of each song, carries his guitar everywhere, and loves another character called Michelle. But the best one...
Michelle!
Yeah.
Michelle.
Michelle. No. But we haven't got to the best the best one so far, though, is the character of Strangling Bastard.
Yes!
Muscle Man, who loves the Beatles, hates Oasis.
I mean, like, Strangling Bastard. I mean, Strangling Bastard, if you don't know Saul, was Max's D&D character at one point.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah.
I made a character called Strangling Bastard, who's like a giant bugbear sort of thing.
Has he made a comeback recently?
He should do, though.
He made a comeback. I did a few D&D sessions since then, and I've always used Strangling Bastard as the bio. But in the first game I played with Adam and our mutual friend Alex, he did have the winning achievement of being able to strangle a griffin to death.
Yeah.
Wow.
He has some gloves, like they're called the gloves of strangling, that gave him like a grapple bonus.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Okay, and then
Sorry.
other characters he's got Jolly Johnny, who's I put down
like it.
optimistic masochist.
An optimistic masochist.
Yeah, it's like, I'm gonna punch myself in the dick because life's great.
Is this how you were feeling at the time, Max?
Apparently. Okay, just skipping through some other characters. Let's see. We got the main love interest is called Jolene, of course.
Of course it is.
You got Michelle, who's a French. That's it.
Is that she's French?
Who's
That's
a
it.
French?
It just says French.
That character.
You got Sally. Oh, okay. And then we get to a rival gang called the Slicktwads?
Slicktwads is what I'm reading here.
Yeah. And the one I'm going to point out is, trigger warning, but New Frederick, who's the leader of the Slicktwads, Cockney rapist.
Is that where the Clockwork Orange comes in?
Yep.
Oh,
there it is.
Cockney rapist. Watch me play this. Oh, yes, I am.
Yeah. So essentially, I wanted Jack the Ripper in this musical.
Sorry, I'm
Well,
going
yeah.
on my laptop now. I want to.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll get onto some scenes.
Yeah. Can we do a scene?
Yeah. So, scene 1. Location. The Weeping Tosser.
Amazing.
The Weeping Tosser is a pub located in the town of Vanbridge.
Oh my fucking god! Really?
Yep. Old style bar with round tables, glass bar, jukebox, and Codkee. Which is coffee spiced with vodka.
Wow.
Codkee.
Oh my god!
If you ever wanted a new reason to kill your tongue, try Codkee.
I mean, I quite like coffee, but I can think of one thing that would put me right off it, and that's adding vodka to it.
Oh my god!
Well, you have like espresso and alcohol, wine in like Italy and stuff like that.
Yeah, but vodka.
Yeah, that is a hard thing. It might work, you don't know. Anyways, okay,
I'm
so
not trying
Can
it.
we do a scene?
So Danny boys, except Vincent, sit at a round table drinking Codkee. Strangling Bastard is staring at some young ladies sitting at the bar. Jolly Johnny is stabbing himself in his leg with a needle. Five Finger Pete is drawing dead corpses, and Jimmy is tuning his guitar. And you got some dialogue. Jimmy, the night stays young, yet we age and die.
Can we all take a part? Can we all take a
Okay.
part?
Okay, I'll just pass the phone around and you just...
I've got it here.
Okay, you can do Jimmy and Johnny then, Adam.
Okay, yeah.
I'll do Five Finger Pete. Saul, you do Strangling Bastard, and I'll do Vincent as well.
Okay,
And then
cool.
any extra characters I'll just fill in.
All right.
Okay.
Hey, the night stays young, yet we age and die.
Just goes to show that God loves to lie.
If we went to hell tomorrow, no one would care.
They only care for the little ones who play tag, truth, or dare.
You got that line as
This
well.
is... Oh, did I?
Yeah, you're Five Finger Pete.
Yeah.
We are unwanted.
Yeah.
That one.
Oh,
Come on, Saul.
I'm Five Finger Pete, am I?
Yeah.
Oh.
The Five
We
Finger Pete
are-
is a bastard.
We are unwanted.
Discarded.
Living gruel.
Living our little lives like little fools.
They drink their Codkee in unison, then go back to their business. Five Finger Pete sighs. Hey, what's up, Pally? Why so crabby?
You're one to talk.
Shut up.
Five Finger. Pete ain't his hyper insane self.
What the fuck is
He's
this?
as unhappy as a horse at Christmas.
What does that even mean?
Well, I don't know. Horses, they're out in the cold, in the stables.
It's a metaphor.
And Santa doesn't give them presents because, horses rejected Jesus and his teachings.
That's why I rode a donkey instead.
Oh my.
Exactly. There's no love for horses in the Bible, so Santa's like, fuck you guys.
Oh my word. So carry on. Where's?
I'll continue this for you.
Okay.
Oh no, that was my. Oh yeah. Where's the 5-Finger Pete who would use to teach small children why mummy doesn't resist when daddy hurts her? Jesus Christ!
Oh my
God!
Who would throw hedgehogs at policemen to grab their attention?
Why hedgehogs?
I don't know. And who would strap
Max.
sausages to his chest and take an entire supermarket hostage.
Oh my Christ.
Again, I was 14. I just watched A Clockwork Orange, and for some reason, I thought that was the coolest film ever.
Don't lie, you still
And I
think
think
it's the
Jimmy's
coolest
next
film
line.
ever.
I think Jimmy's next line kind of sums this up quite well. He's taken the last train out of Looneyville.
Yep.
Pretty much you.
Pretty much, yep.
Oh
To a
my
land
God.
where you can't love, hate, or pity. Politics. That's the next line.
Wow.
Strangling bastard laughs loudly and obnoxiously.
Shut up.
Strangling bastard. I will once you bloody well tell me what in the name of Superman is making you a little sad sod. What in the name of Superman? I don't know. I think I was trying to be like, I don't know.
Instead of saying God, because
Yeah.
you couldn't possibly say God, so you changed it to Superman.
Well, Superman is here and he's American. I think that's a Watchmen reference I was doing there.
I think it was. Probably. Oh my God.
Let's see any other bits. It kind of just goes on like this. It gets even worse when Vincent arrives. Because, the barman tries to kick him out, but he's like, yeah, I'm cool. You can't stop me. I'm going to make out with this woman because I'm so cool. And then, let's see, I'll get to the very end. Because the first song of this...
Oh, wow, there's a lot of caps there.
the first song of this jukebox musical is Back in Black.
Of course.
Of course.
Of course it is.
And
That's
so-
pretty fair. Pretty standard. Pretty good opening number.
Yeah. And so 5-Finger Pete is like, I have to ask, what's with the dinner jacket? You look like you just came from a funeral. And Vince is like, well, my psychopathic friend, I'm back. And it starts, do. The chord starts playing. It's like, I'm back and I'm here to stay. No asshole's gonna stop me. I'm on a roll, in the zone. Got my senses so tight that a pin dropping spells trouble as clear as day. No gangster can stop me. No criminal can kill me. No mugger can break me. I'm an unstoppable force and I won't stop until my mark has been gained on this little town. I'm back, little fools. I'm back and back, bitch. Hit it!
Bow.
Da-da-da.
Oh my God.
So yeah, that's
Wow.
that's some of my writing there.
Beautiful. Amazing. So that's a nice little introduction to Max.
Well, I was thinking,
Yep.
if we do some rewrites for it, we can have it somehow tied to the Cloverfield universe and make some money.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Oh my God. Well,
Well, hoping that Max hasn't scared half of you off, shall we move on to our first entertainment exchange?
I think we should. So,
Yeah,
for new listeners, every podcast me and
For
Saul...
new listeners, sorry, Max
about
is
that.
here.
It's not normally like this, I promise.
If you feel like running into a supermarket with sausages strapped to your chest, Max and Thompson says, don't.
Don't do it. I was about to make a bad joke then, but I'm not going to.
Not yet.
Not yet. I'm not even one beer in yet. So new listeners, every episode, me and Saul exchange a piece of entertainment. It be that a game, a movie, a band, like a CD album, whatever. And we take it away and report back the next podcast. So last episode, we exchanged, and I gave Saul In Bruges.
Which
And-
I'm honestly surprised I still hadn't got around
Yeah,
to seeing it.
amazing.
It's been one on the list that I've been wanting to watch for a while, but I
Right?
couldn't be bothered until Adam was like, here, watch it.
What's this? Yeah, so Max actually introduced me to In Bruges, so it's quite interesting, really. That it's quite, And to be fair, most films that I've seen, Max has introduced me to. So
yeah, The Crow, The Room,
Evil Aliens.
Evil Aliens.
I was about to say, you're trying to think of another film with the at the beginning.
Yeah.
The Greasy Strangler.
Oh God, I thought about that the other day. Greasy Strangler. Right, so in Bruges, after a particularly difficult job, hitmen Ray, played by Colin Farrell, and Ken, played by Brendan Gleeson, head to Belgium to hide out until things cool down. Oh, excuse me, got a burp.
Lovely and on brand. I like it.
Elsie's going to be so proud when she's 18 and hears these.
I know. Ray hates the medieval city they land in, but Ken finds its beauty and peacefulness enchanting. Their experiences become increasingly surreal and possibly life-changing as they encounter tourists, locals, an American dwarf, and potential for romance for Ray. Written and directed by Martin McDonough. McDonough? Is that right?
Yeah, Martin McDonough.
It grossed $34.5 million at the box office and won multiple awards, including Golden Globe for Best Actor to Colin Farrell and BAFTA for Best Screenplay.
I like how the blurb sort of says they encountered an American dwarf and a romantic interest. It makes it sound like the American dwarf is a romantic interest for Colin Farrell, which, despite In Bruges being one of my favourite films, that would have made it 10 times better.
Oh yeah, definitely.
In my mind.
Wow. So yeah, Saul, what did you think?
Well, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot.
Good. That's the right answer.
End of the podcast.
Done. That's a wrap.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time. We'll be talking more. But yes.
I've got some notes here, but I tend to bring a lot of notes with me, so I'm not going to read through all of them.
Right.
So I've got here the very first shot of the film, like the gargoyle type thing. I saw it. It was just my first thought was Van Helsing. No, wait, no, wrong film. Focus.
You're probably one of the only people that remembers Van Helsing as a film.
I used to adore that film, and then I watched it about 6 months ago, and I was like, ooh,
yeah,
ooh, okay.
Yeah, wannabe mummy, and even then the mummy's like, I love the mummy, but Jesus Christ.
I loved Ray from like the first moment he opened his mouth, pretty much.
Yeah.
I loved how just short and blunt he is with everything and anything. Like that opening monologue where he's talking quite seriously about the fact that there's like they've done a hit and they need to run away, and it's all quite serious until he goes, I don't even know where Bruges is, and then there's a really long pause, and then it's in Belgium. And that tickled me right from the start. I was like, okay, I'm going to enjoy this character.
It sets the tone really well, I think, for the rest of the film, that opening monologue. Like, serious, but like, oh yeah, there's comedy as well.
Yeah.
You know, black comedy at its finest.
Yeah, absolutely. I really like the dynamic between the two characters. It's Ken and Ray. I love the fact that one of them's like got a nice calm demeanor, and then that plays so well with Colin Farrell's character, who's just a loose cannon in the biggest sense of the word.
Nah, I mean, this is one of the first films that me and Adam watched that was sort of like, I guess adult film is more like, we've obviously watched a lot of films that are above our age grade, but this is the first time we watched a film that's sophisticated in its storytelling, really.
Yeah, I think most of the time it was like, I mean, we watched Kill Bill before this, right?
Yeah, but it's like Tarantino's kind of a default sort of thing,
definitely.
You know? And there's a lot of sort of spectacle and stuff to keep you invested in the story.
Yeah, whereas I think this, in terms of script writing, it really is fantastic, and the way everything all sort of ties in and stuff.
Yeah. Because like in terms of action and stuff, it's not exactly an action film. I remember watching the trailers for this, and it's sort of promoted as being this big action comedy, and it's not.
It's very very slow paced.
Yeah.
Until the end, like the
last 10 minutes or so.
10 minutes or so.
Yeah.
But that works in its favour, like really well. Again, I've got here. I love how bloody blunt Ray is. The American tourist right at the beginning, the quite large American tourist.
Yeah, like, you ain't getting up there, nothing funny.
You ain't getting up there. I'm not being funny.
Yeah. What are you trying to say?
What are you trying to say? Well,
he's a bunch of fucking elephants.
so irreverent. I fucking love it.
But I love the fact that it's just Americans that he seems to have a problem with
Yeah.
throughout the whole of the film.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
Or people he thinks are American.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I'll get onto that later because it's hilarious. So yeah, like the first half of the film is pretty much, it doesn't really tell you a lot in terms of what's happened before they've entered Bruges. It's sort of slowly fed to you bit by bit. So the first beginning of the film is pretty much Ken wanting to have a nice look around the around Bruges, and Ray being just bored out of his head. And again, that dynamic between the two is hilarious.
Yeah, really nice.
Let's see.
Yeah, it's quite nice the way it's all structured, because it's important to point out that Martin McDonagh is, above being a accomplished filmmaker, though he's only made 3 films, he has done a whole load of stage plays.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that kind of does translate quite well, I think, into this.
You know, he's most well known for being sort of a playwright more than anything else. But yeah, with a film like this, you can still have a visual component, but you can still have that sort of stage play format. So you can easily see In Bruges being on the stage at some point.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Definitely. It could definitely translate quite well.
Yeah, especially with a dwarf.
Oh, yeah.
I've got here, and I've got this written throughout, like all of my notes, is just quotes from Ray. And they're brilliant. Like, all of them are brilliant. So, come on, let's go. My arse, let's go. They're filming midgets. Just how short he is with absolutely everything. And he doesn't think before he opens his mouth. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's like later on when he's talking to him, he's just like, "You two are weird. Would you like some cocaine?"
And then we got, at the same time when they're watching the whole filming process happening, we've got the love at first sight. I put a question mark there, but it wasn't really a question mark. It was just love at first sight.
Yeah, he really likes her straight away.
As soon as he goes to talk to her, I was like, well, this is going to be a fucking car wreck. And yet somehow he managed to make it work. And here I am, like, where am I going wrong?
You're clearly not talking enough about how a lot of midgets tend to kill themselves.
Right? Yeah. I'd say maybe I should try that, but...
Yeah, I mean, you have to sort of kind of feed it naturally into conversation.
What, like he did?
Yeah, well, kind of. I mean, there was at least a little person in a location. There was a...
But I get the feeling that even if the little person wasn't there, he still would have found a way to just drop it in there.
Probably.
Well, like, yeah, you don't want to just go to, like, Tesco and be like, "Oh, hello, how's your day?" A lot of midgets tend to kill themselves, you know. Are you paying cash or card?
Of course, them being out the first night, they get that phone call that they're waiting for from Harry, who is real close second to being my favourite character. I've got here the letter from Harry where every other word was an F word was amazing, and it reminded me of that bit from Shaun of the Dead. It's 4 in the fucking morning.
It's
Saturday.
Sunday.
It's not. It's fucking Sunday. And I've got fucking work in 4 fucking hours because every fucker in my fucking department is fucking ill. Now can you see why I'm so fucking angry?
Fuck yeah.
That's twice we've said that monologue on this podcast.
Yeah,
We haven't done the
second
censored
episode in, wasn't
You haven't
it?
done the censored version yet, though.
Oh, the censored episode is just...
Yeah.
It's
It's flopping Sunday. It's flopping Sunday. Which means I have to be up at 4 in the flopping morning because everyone in my department is flopping ill. So you can see why I'm so flopping angry. Flop yeah.
Okay, that's 3 times.
Oh dear.
When Ray is talking to Ken about going on a date and being like, well, you can stay in overnight because we don't need 2 people here to pick up receive a phone call. And Ken replies with, just don't get into any trouble and keep a low profile. Oh, that's not going to happen.
Never. I remember watching this film first with my dad, and the line he's always liked is like, so it's going to be a day full of culture, is it? It's like, do we have to draw a line between culture and fun? It's like, oh, I think today will tip slightly in the favour of culture. Like a big, fat, fucking retarded girl on a seesaw, opposite a dwarf.
It's like they don't. Why did it have to be a black retarded?
I
guy?
don't know.
What?
This is a weird thing, and to be fair, there's a weird like continuation of that, considering all the discussions about his most recent film, 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, which has a lot of, shall we say, discussions about the themes of race and stuff like that in the film. It's a weird sort of like little seed to have in this first film that's kind of sprouted into this whole discussion.
Yeah.
Since then, I don't know.
It's interesting.
Typical Irish.
Fucking hell! Now you're being racist.
I was going to say, we genuinely have someone who listens to this podcast who is Irish, so...
Oh, Danny boy, the pipes are calling.
Yeah, we've lost her.
From glen to glen and down the mountainside.
Right.
So, the part where...
Sorry.
The part where Ray sees children playing in the street, flashback to the time he shot a priest in death for money. And I just wrote here, link, ? Because I paused it, wrote down some notes, and I was like, what's the link to that? And then I unpaused it, watched the rest. Sees a child get caught in the crossfire of that shooting.
Yeah.
Oh.
Shit.
Ah.
It gets like really serious, really
Yeah.
quick.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I mean, it's kind of hard to have a few laughs after you shot a child.
Yeah,
I've learned that from personal experience. So.
Yeah.
I'm not allowed near that swimming pool now.
You're getting through that cider really
I was going
quick.
to say, you're getting through that cider
I drink to
extremely
forget.
quickly.
Are you okay?
Do I look okay?
Do you need to lie down?
Maybe. Just like that kid.
Oh my god. So we'll carry
That's
on.
it,
Your
start
notes.
the podcast again.
I'll edit it out. It's fine.
Oh god.
No, I won't.
Say, the argument in the restaurant with the Americans again.
Yep.
Or Americans, I say, in
Yeah.
quotation marks.
Yeah.
Oh god.
That ends in a fist fight, which was rather one-sided.
Yeah.
And again, the date went well regardless, and I'm sitting here like, seriously? What am I doing wrong?
Not Colin Farrell.
Yeah.
I'm
that's
not
it.
Colin
You're not
Farrell.
Colin
That's
Farrell.
it.
You're not Irish.
That's the key.
You're not Irish. That's what it
Yeah.
is.
Get the Irish accent, wear a coat, and...
To wear a coat? Like, that's specific.
Have you ever seen him wear a coat? Like a proper coat?
No, not really.
So wear a coat, damn it, see what happens.
I have a proper coat.
Well,
at
put it
home.
on then.
And that'll help him get
That'll
ladies,
help.
will it?
It might.
I mean, I
You
wore
don't know.
I wore it throughout most of winter, and it didn't bloody help then. So.
That's winter.
No, actually, now he's getting more ripped. He should definitely not wear a coat.
No. You wear a coat, and then it's like, oh, it's really hot in here. And then you just take off the coat, and it's like all muscles and veins, and maybe a small erection as well.
A small one. It's just a semi.
What?
We're-
You don't want to be aggressive with
Yeah.
it.
We're going off the track slightly
We
here,
really are.
aren't
We
we?
need to hurry up. We've got lots of fucking shit to talk about.
The phone call with Harry
yes.
and Ken.
I love that.
Yeah. That's when I mean, I called it right from the moment they were like, is Ray there? And I was like, oh, I know what's happening here.
Yeah. Done really well again.
So yeah, again, him not wanting Ray to be there, maybe too much of a loose cannon. Brackets, yeah, I called it.
Yeah.
Also, when's he gonna walk in? I didn't call that. He didn't walk in.
Ah.
But I was like on the edge of my seat, like he's gonna walk in at any minute now, right? I've got here. I both love and hate Harry.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, see, I'm not a massive fan of Harry. I think he's actually my least favourite part of the film.
Really?
Yeah.
I liked Harry.
The moment Harry actually appears on screen is like when the film gets into fifth gear for me.
Actually,
like-
no, I like that bit. I do like that bit, but...
But just the fact that the film itself, it's so weird it came out when it did, because it came out at the same time as Harry Potter and the
Yes.
Goblet of Fire.
They were talking about
And
this
you
last
have-
time.
Yeah, you have Brendan Gleeson,
Mad-Eye Moody.
Clemence Posey, and Ray Fiennes, and now also Colin Farrell, who was in the Fantastic Beasts film as
Fantastic Bores and Where to Bore Them.
well. Didn't you like the first one? I thought it was
The
just
first
the second
one's
one.
all right. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not getting to that one again, Max. I had a massive rant about it last night on the way to the train.
Yeah, I had to escort him out to the pub.
Yeah, literally, I was actually I was gonna punch someone. Not really.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that.
That'd be a really shit reason to go to prison.
I would. What happened, sir? Can you please explain to the court why you punched that man? It was J.K. Rowling's fault. Sorry.
This is not the first time you've ranted about J.K. Rowling on this podcast.
No, and it won't be the last.
Oh Christ.
I got, wow, the boyfriend of the love interest never really stood a chance, did he?
No.
So, I got another quote here. I can't see. Of course you can't see. I just shot you with a fucking blank in your eye.
Oh man.
Oh God.
I think I'll skip forward. My favorite scene. I think one of my favorite scenes is the one with the dwarf and the prostitutes.
Oh yeah, the racist dwarf.
Yeah,
who's only racist
and
when he's on
dwarf.
Codkee.
My dad said that should be a name of a punk band.
Yeah, definitely.
I love the fact that when they spot the dwarf later on as well, he's like, "You were being racist. I was on cocaine." Yeah, but you were being like really racist. I was on cocaine.
Do you think everyone can use that excuse? Or?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
For the comments I made about the Irish earlier, I was on cocaine.
That would explain a lot. I'm not being funny. Like, if you were actually a cocaine addict, that would explain so much.
Yeah, you'd feel a little bit more sorry for me, wouldn't you? Because it's like, it's the cocaine, it's just affecting his mind. But no, he was just a cunt all along.
Yeah.
So, skipping...
Wow, the first time we dropped a C-bomb.
Yay!
Oh, great.
I'll drink to that.
We were doing so well.
Were you?
You cunt.
Shall I say it now just to even it out?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Cunt.
Yeah.
Hey, now we're all as bad as each other. Let's move on.
I can't believe you've done this.
Moving through the story, Ken goes for the kill, and as he goes for the kill, Ray tries to commit suicide there, and then it's all a little bit awkward.
I love that so. And in the children's playground as well.
Yeah. It's like he was gonna kill himself. And you stopped him? Like, what? That would have dealt with
that conversation was brilliant. In fact, I'm going to move forward a bit.
Yeah, let's jump forward.
Because...
We were at the park. What is it? You were at the park? What does that have to do with anything?
Okay, actually, I take my comment back about Harry. That conversation is perfect. I just remember
the phone call between Ken and Harry after Ken then put Ray on a train to get as far away as possible was hilarious.
Yeah.
I've just put here, Harry wasn't very happy.
Bang, bang.
My favourite line came after that bit where it's just where his wife comes in and goes, Harry, it's a fucking inanimate object.
You're a fucking inanimate object!
You're a fucking inanimate object!
Oh my god, we have never spiked so much. I'm so sorry, headphone users. We apologise.
Also, if you're headphone users, why do you do this?
Yeah.
Go to a private room. Take out the headphone sockets, put
Draw a
it on
bath.
TV, draw a bath, maybe touch yourself a little, and truly take in all the BS you can. This is Max.
Why did we invite Max again?
Carry on, Saul, for Christ's sake. We need to move on.
Okay, so I'm going to move forward. So obviously then Harry then goes to Bruges, and that's where pretty much all shit and hell kicks off.
Yep.
I don't think I've ever written down in my notes the sentence shit quite as much. Because just like everything that you think is gonna happen happens.
Yeah.
It's like, so where's the sentence that comes to mind is, so where's Ray now? I don't know where he is, but he's not in Bruges anymore. Him getting released out of jail.
Yeah.
I was like, shit, he's in Bruges.
What I love about this film is that you think like, they put a dwarf in like just because, or they've done this just because. But every single thing ties in to the end.
Eventually,
yeah. Pretty much everything is important. I mean, the stairs going up to the top.
Yeah.
You know,
that's
the fact
the thing,
that he has the fact that he has change left, loads of change left over because he tried to get rid of the change. Yeah. That's important.
Well, going back to the Americans as well, like the reason the tower is just completely empty is because the American had a heart attack.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So they closed the tower, and it's just and everything is. I mean, the dum dums exploding bullets.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, that's important. You know, the dwarf himself is important. You know, and yeah, it's absolutely brilliant because you are watching it, you're going like, why? What?
How does this all
How
tie
does-
together?
What is the point of it?
Yeah.
Because when I watch it, it's like, really? Like, they are just doing this for the sake of it. But no, everything ties in, and it's such
Yeah.
brilliant script writing.
For any film study students wanting to learn how to do Chekhov's gun properly, watch this film.
There we go.
I
Yeah.
like the fact that they end the film on a cliffhanger as well.
Mm.
The fact that you don't know if Ray is going to survive or die.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's left quite a bit, and I like that. That is good. Yeah, definitely. He
Yeah.
could be dead. He could be like, it's fine. You don't need to know. It's good. Do you have a theory, Max? Do you have a theory whether he's alive or dead?
Well, I know about some of the behind the scenes stuff. And there is actually an extra. Originally, in the original scripts, there was an extra scene planned after the final scene in the film. I'm not going to say it because it kind of just spoil a little bit that ambiguous ending, I think.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, just generally, it's the same thing with Inception or anything like that, where what happens next doesn't really matter. It's
No.
all about the sort of the sense of retribution and satisfaction,
Yeah,
reconciliation that the character gets internally. So, yeah, anything that happens afterwards is superfluous.
yeah, of course.
And I've said a lot of smart words there, so fanny boob.
Yeah.
God damn it,
You
Max.
could probably do it going a little bit closer to the microphone, Matt. A little bit, but not
Fanny
really that-
boob.
Not that fucking close.
Fanny boob.
Fanny
Fanny boob.
I wish I hadn't said anything.
I was
now.
going to say,
Fanny boob.
Stop it.
I've already turned down your mic. I've already turned it down because it was so loud. There's two of you talking into it, and Max is the loudest fucker on the planet.
Fanny boob.
Will you stop?
No.
Right. So Saul.
Yes.
We have some comments, do we not?
We do. I reached out to people on Twitter with what we're going to be talking about in today's podcast, and some people got back to us. So, do you want to read this next one? That comes from Castaway DC.
Yeah. Hang on. Oh, I've got it now. You did hand it to me, and I just put it away.
Yeah.
So
All that
Castaway
work.
DC. He's written in and said, "Well, I went to Bruges a couple of years back, and having seen and loved the film some years earlier, I visited all the places they feature in the film, all while drinking very strong local lagers and pale ales. In brackets, Stella was the weakest beer I had at 6%. I think it's beautifully shot, and the character work from Brendan Gleeson, Colin Farrell, and Ray Fiennes is superb. Some fantastic writing that makes you feel sympathy for both Brendan and Colin's characters, who are hitmen and actually bad people. And the way you find out what happened before the film in small pieces, leading to an ending that in some bizarre way humanizes and creates a sort of respect for Ray Fiennes' character is just brilliant. That's a very short and succinct review of In Bruges from me."
I think you should go back to Bruges and drink Codkee. Just to ramp things up a little
You
bit.
know what, Max? After this podcast finished, we're gonna make some Codkee.
Yes!
We're gonna do it.
Let's do it!
We will do it.
I'm gonna hate myself. Let's do it.
We'll do it, and we'll film it, and we'll put it on Twitter.
Oh no.
No, we're gonna do it, Saul.
Are we?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
Right. Not lots, but we'll do it.
All right.
Oh,
All right.
it's good.
Yeah. Well,
So,
I'll
yeah,
tell
thank
you
you,
what. If
Castaway
you want to
DC.
watch that, then we'll stick it on our Twitter feed on the @Let's Talk BS1.
Ha!
So if you
can
want to
see how
watch
beautiful I am.
All right. So yeah,
there
that was
was
from
another-
Castaway DC.
that, there was another comment here from Lazy Jane who just simply wrote, "I watched In Bruges while we were in Bruges."
Fair enough.
I mean, I think I prefer the second one. A bit more succinct.
I mean,
What was hilarious is someone actually replied to this tweet just with a gif of someone going "Ba-dum dum tss,"
yeah.
and she messaged back going, "But it's true."
What is a girl to do
I was hoping for exhibit.
seriously
It's
around
like,
here?
yo, dog, I heard you like In Bruges. So you're going to watch In Bruges while you have a Bruges luge.
And that finishes up our talk of In Bruges.
Lovely. Right.
Long story short, I really enjoyed the film, and if you haven't watched it, I don't think
We spoiled that much.
No, we
I
haven't
don't think we
spoiled
spoiled
that
that
much. No, I
much.
don't
We
think
didn't
so,
go
no.
too much into what happens at the end.
No.
So it's
That is-
definitely
well,
one
we
worth
kinda get
watching.
rid of, it was one reveal. But
One
it's fine.
reveal,
Yeah.
but
Just forget that. Just
Yeah.
because the thing is, that you can enjoy it either way. 'cause
To be
Yeah.
it's
fair, if you've been
fantastic.
drinking as much as us, you probably would have forgotten most of this.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. Awesome. So we'll move on to the next entertainment.
Words, Adam.
I don't know. I can't. Well, I'm not very good at talking.
And you were a teaching assistant at one time. How does English work out for you?
Is that well? You know. Thank you for talking about that on the podcast. Fucking arsehole.
It's just your attention to the English language is so wonderful.
I know. Well, no, I'm not going to get into it. I'll talk about it later, Max.
So I gave Adam the first 2 Resident Evil movies to watch, which I still watch regularly, and I don't even ironically love them. I just love them.
Yeah.
And I couldn't really tell you why. They're just fun for me. So I gave you the first 2 because I thought giving you 7 movies to watch would be a bit mean.
No, I wouldn't have watched them all anyway.
Plus, consider the second one's called Apocalypse. They kind of go downhill and subtitles up there. It's like Extinction, Retribution, the final one.
Shit, we're running out of words.
Resident Evil, are you seriously here? Are you seriously still here?
There's me in the cinema going, yes, yes I am.
It's you in the back like,
woo!
Yay!
Resident Evil. Suffocation! No breathing!
Oh my god.
Right, so the first Resident Evil film was released in 2002, based on the popular video game. Mila Jovovich and Michelle Rodriguez stars as the leaders of a commando team who must break into the Hive, a vast underground genetics laboratory operated by the powerful Umbrella Corporation. There, a deadly virus has been unleashed, killing the lab's personnel and resurrecting them as the evil undead.
The evil undead?
The evil undead.
Compared to the nice undead. So, do your taxes for you and mow the lawn.
The team has just 3 hours to shut down the lab's supercomputer and close the facility before the virus threatens to overrun the Earth. Spoiler alert, it overruns the Earth.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun. Oh, I can't watch the film now. You've ruined it.
Thus, Apocalypse.
Thus, Resident Evil Apocalypse, which was released 2 years later, 2004. A deadly virus from the secret Umbrella Corporation laboratory underneath Raccoon City is exposed to the world. Umbrella seals off the city to contain the virus, creating a ghost town where everyone is trapped inside and turns into mutant zombies. Alice, Mila Jovovich, a survivor from Umbrella's secret lab, meets former Umbrella security Jill Valentine and a mercenary Carlos Oliveira.
Yeah,
Oliveira.
That sounds right.
Together, they search for a scientist who might be able to help.
Spoiler alert,
he doesn't.
All right, okay, so straight off the bat, Saul.
Yep.
I feel really bad because there's so many entertainment exchanges where you give me, and I've gone, I'm sorry, man. I just didn't. So I'm watching it with Kat because Kat really likes Resident Evil films.
Yeah.
So I was like, we'll watch them together, and maybe you can sort of, you can enjoy it as well, and you can
tell you why they're good.
It might rub off on me
because that's how a good film works. You have to be told why it's
good. So straight off the bat, first one, fucking boring. Like I'm just sorry. Like as someone who likes gory zombie films stuff, it was just like I mean that first sort of whatever 10-15 minutes when you've got the girl who gets her head trapped in the lift, and I'm like, oh, here we go, this is awesome. And then it's like, and cut. I'm like, are you kidding me? Where's the gore, bro? I was like, no, sorry. I was like, really? Come on. So
yeah, but it did cut to Mila Jovovich naked in a shower.
That's not. But no. If I wanted that, I'd watch some porn. Okay.
What porn are you watching starring Mila Jovovich?
I don't know, but I'm sure it's out there.
And now who's racist? Not all Russian people are Mila Jovovich.
No. Anyway, we're not talking about this. So yeah, first one. I mean, it honestly, the point that it got better for me was when she became badass.
Yeah.
When Alice became badass.
And she slowly starts to become more and more badass to every single film that succeeds.
I mean, it's fantastic. I mean, what I loved in the first one was, I think actually, I can tell you the exact point where I went, okay, this is awesome, was the dogs.
Yes.
Because I mean, the thing is, that is a definite.
Who were real dogs? Fun fact.
I know. Yeah, the practical effect.
Yeah,
absolutely fantastic. And that for me was like, so cool. And then like her badass, like she just comes in all badass, and I turned to Kat. I was like, okay, this is cool.
Yeah.
I was like, fine, all right, I'll give him that. This is awesome. So just yeah, I'll quickly just linger on Resident Evil 1 first, and then like I'm not gonna linger on it too much. So yeah, so I said again, I didn't really write that many notes. But I just wrote, I said, I see they hired actors to match the first game's voice acting. Welcome to the Hive. We are, you know, I can't remember his name, the black guy that's like sort of runs it. I'm like, this guy could literally be voicing one of the characters in the first game.
Wow, you are almost a Jill sandwich.
Is this the bald guy?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
The one that gets diced up into cubes.
It's weird he's in it because he plays Candyman in the Clive Barker Candyman films. It's
Really?
Yeah.
Aren't they supposed to be really good?
Yeah, I haven't seen.
Are you sure it's him?
Yeah, it's definitely sure it's him. It's like it's ridiculous.
He's awful in it. He's absolutely shit. I mean, to be fair, I'm not being funny. Most of the actors in this are fucking awful. Like, I mean, Mila Jovovich is good, but oh no. So yeah, so I just wrote that, and then I wrote, "Oh my god, something happened, please!" Like, nothing was happening. It was just like, dun dun, suspense, 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 suspense. Nothing. Suspense, 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 suspense. Oh, zombie in a tank. Open eyes. Oh, we're gonna see some action. No, nothing.
Tell us more about your sex life.
Oh, hey man. There's antidepressants, man. That's what happens.
Suspense.
Nothing happens. Yeah, that's fluoxetine.
Yeah. Fluoxetine. Lose your erection sometimes.
Oh god. Yeah. So and again, like the I just love the laser bit, and like it's like duck. Nope. JK. I'm going up.
Yeah,
I literally love that.
The laser has the best comedic timing out of all the actors.
It really
in that
does.
film.
Actually, the laser is the best actor. It actually got nominated for an Oscar.
Yeah.
I love the fact that the bald guy in it at the end is just like, all right, I'm ready for anything. Grid. Oh, fuck.
Why didn't they do that straight away?
Again, it's all about the comedy. You know, it's like it's Three Stooges with the pies. It's like, you know, it's one laser and it's two. It's like I can handle two, and then the grid comes like bum bum bum.
Again, I was like, oh, this is awesome. But then, like, there's no blood, there's nothing. Like, even when they go back into the fucking place, he's nowhere to be found. There's no body parts.
Just disintegrates.
Like,
just like the original Resident Evil games.
There's nothing there. I was like, oh my god, please, for something happen. Okay, so then I said like zombie dog. Love the practical effects. I was like, and then I said, okay, this got awesome quickly. More of that, please. And then I was like, of course she ran out of ammo. It's Resident Evil.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd say
you know that well. You know that well from previous entertainment exchange.
I'm about to say I've never played Resident Evil, but of course I have. But yeah, yeah. Even I know that. Like, I know all the memes. And then Kat wrote this joke, and I just had to put this in. So obviously they go to Dr. Lisa. They go over looking for Dr. Lisa.
Yeah.
And then Kat said, "She's going to tear him apart." And I was like, "Oh my god, please, for the love of God, can she tear him apart?" So I can make that joke. He gonna tear him, and then be like, "You're tearing me apart, Lisa." I was like, "Yeah, that's a good joke." So, yeah, it was great. And then it was like, yeah. So then all happened, and then oh shit, it was the husband that did it. He knocked the dude's coffee at the beginning of the film.
Of course,
like, of course, it was him all along.
Are we sure it was coffee and not Codkee?
Well, I mean,
I'm gonna jam this into every moment I can. Maxim Thompson's Codkee now available in all your retails.
I still got the Polish vodka that you gave me, so we can use that.
Yes.
I'm not looking forward to this.
Yeah. So, I said, just shoot her. She's going to turn. Just shoot her. Why don't you just shoot her? For the love of God, shoot her. She's going to turn into a zombie. Oh, look, she turned into a zombie.
She did shoot her eventually.
Yeah. But why? Have these people never seen a fucking zombie film?
No.
And the thing is that's so annoying is the fact
maybe they haven't.
they know what happens. They've seen people fucking turning into zombies after they've been bitten. They even say, once you get bitten, you turn into a zombie. And it's like, well, I think we'll just keep her around. And we'll just wait and see what happens. She's even like, fucking shoot me. And she's like, nah, you're right, love. We'll see how this plays out. No! She's going to kill you!
In a world where there are no zombie movies, everyone is a fucking moron.
Yeah. So yeah, and then I said, yay, Slipknot, because then My Plague played in the credits, so that was exciting. And I didn't realize
the credits were exciting.
Yeah, honestly, I think the credits and the zombie dogs are probably my favourite part of the film.
Wow.
Marilyn
It's
Manson
a high
scored
bar
it.
right there.
Yeah, right.
I didn't realize Marilyn Manson did he scored it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty exciting. Yeah, and then I said, feel like the second one will be a bit more exciting and more stuff going on. And the first one was a bit more of a setup. I then will go straight on to my next notes for the second one.
Yep.
And I said, I was right. Straight into the action.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good. Fucking great. So the thing is, right, I watched the first one, I was like, I said, cause I think I had such a tiring week, and I was like, I really don't think I can face watching 2 fucking zombie films in a week. But then I was like, maybe I'll just watch the first one and see how I feel. But then obviously it finished, and I was like, well, I've got to watch the second one now.
It's got to get better than this.
Yeah, right. And it honestly did. I barely wrote any. I only barely wrote any.
Yeah, Nemesis is in this one, isn't it?
I barely wrote any notes for this one because actually, to be honest, I was just enjoying it. I was just enjoying the action. So actually,
Nice.
I think the fact that I didn't write as much notes is a good thing.
Yeah.
But I just wrote Mila still kicks ass. I love the mixtures of zombies. So you've got like the fast zombies.
Yeah.
You've got just the normal zombies. And then obviously you've got. I wrote big fuck off zombie man. Obviously that's Nemesis.
Nemesis.
And then obviously you've got like the rising from the dead
Stars.
zombies.
Big fuck off zombie man was his father.
And I just like that. I like the zombies rising from their graves because I was like, actually, that's not really something you see a lot in zombie films. But it would make sense that like the actual dead, the people that are already dead would rise as well. Like the virus was spread to them, and the fact that obviously they're a lot easier to kill because they're decomposing a bit more. And, like, they've got the maggots and stuff in them. So I like that. I like the mixture of it. You know. The effects are a bit better, but I mean, the editing is so fucking like
the editing is so chaotic.
It's like
it's
so
mad.
bad, and it's like it's bad. And I don't. The first one really has not aged well.
No, not at all.
The practical. I mean, that's why I like the practical effects because actually I think they have aged well. I think those zombie dogs look really cool, but like when that massive fuck off zombie comes in at the end. I was like, this is all like that looks so bad. That looks really bad. But like the Nemesis in all, to be honest, all the zombies in Apocalypse is Apocalypse, yeah. They're brilliant.
What did you think of the cast this time round for Apocalypse?
A bit better.
I liked it
a bit better.
My favourite character was LJ.
Who's that? Is that the black guy?
Yeah.
You know what, right?
Black guys always have just letters instead of names.
Yeah. It's like Kat said like she goes, is this guy wanting to feed the stereotype? So it's like, did he read the script? 'Cause literally it's like no man, I'm always packing, you know, and it's like yeah, Jav Master. And it's like, oh my fucking god, like you are literally like it wouldn't write
with his golden pistols.
I know. I'm like, oh, okay, well again that dates it a little bit.
Who among us doesn't need golden pistols to shoot zombies?
Also, he holds his gun sideways. I'm like, that doesn't help.
It's 2004. We didn't know what.
I like the fact that scene where the Nemesis mows down like an entire load of people, and it's just LJ left there, and he just raises his hands up, drops his guns, and then Nemesis is like, "Yeah, he isn't a threat," and just walks away.
Yeah, that was you know, it was. It was good. Like the thing is, it was by no means like fucking Oscar worthy. Like I mean, let's be honest.
None of these films are. And
if you're gonna recommend like Resident Evil or In Bruges, like you're gonna go In Bruges.
Every single time.
If you pick Resident Evil, you're wrong.
Yeah,
Sorry.
and I can agree with that. I don't know. I've got a love for them that I can't really explain.
And that's fine. And the thing is, I'm watching it. I'm going, you know what? I can. The thing was, it wasn't like Hardcore Henry where I was like, why the fuck do you like this?
I didn't. I just wanted you to watch it.
Yeah, right, fine.
He just needed someone to suffer with.
But so and obviously Evil Aliens, you know why I like it, because it's so bad it's good. Yeah. But like but with this, obviously I was the same. I was like, well, I'm not a massive fan, but I can see why like Saul would like it. It wasn't like, why does he like this film? Especially when Apocalypse happened. And to be honest, I would probably carry on watching them. I would be quite interested to watch the rest of them.
At least the next two, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I like, especially because and it's quite interesting as well, because now when you get sequels, unless like it's a Marvel film,
yeah,
most of the time the sequels aren't necessarily planned. They're sort of it's kind of left in a sense that it could carry on,
like maybe,
but
who knows?
only if we get the budget. Like Warcraft and things like that. Like if we get the budget, we could carry this on. But if not, then it's okay.
The Fast and Furious franchise is a great example of that. That they
Yeah.
left it all open-ended, and now it's like one of the biggest franchises in the world.
Well, you said the Marvel films were like guaranteed sequels, but it wasn't always the case.
No, this is
like
true.
you had the Incredible Hulk that set up a lot of like all potential things might happen, and they just never happened. And stuff like that. And then even the Guardians of the Galaxy films, they were never a guarantee from the start.
No, it's true. I mean, they set up the Howard the Duck film, didn't they, at the end of that? And that's
right.
Yeah, and it's interesting because it's quite a risk, because like I feel like the first Resident Evil film really is an intro.
Yeah.
And like if it didn't, I mean, I suppose they're quite lucky really that they managed to do the second one, because otherwise I think it just wouldn't become the monster it is now. Like you said, with Fast and Furious.
Well, do you think the two films would work better if they were sort of combined into one sort of film?
No, you know what? I think so. I think they could have cut out a lot of the first film.
Yeah, so you can make like a 3-hour extravaganza.
Yeah, there's a lot more.
Yeah, you take 90 minutes from the first film, 90 minutes from the second one, make it into like a big zombie epic.
Yeah, I can see why that might be appealing, but I think for the hardcore Resident Evil fans who've played the first game, there's a lot of things that you see. It doesn't follow the story through and through, but there is a lot of things you see that you instantly recognize.
Honestly, I when I'm watching it, I'm going, you know what? I bet these are harking back to the films. I'm the game. Sorry, I don't know it, but I could tell because I'm aware of the world, sort of thing. Quickly, favorite zombie film?
Black Sheep.
Shaun of the Dead.
Mine is Planet Terror. I love how Max is Black Sheep.
The greatest zombie sheep film ever made.
Ooh, actually, Zombieland might be up there for me as well.
Good film. Yeah.
Well, actually,
I'm looking forward to Zombieland too.
Black Sheep, with the honorable mention of 28 Days Later for me.
You know, I haven't finished. I don't think I ever finished watching that one.
I had to say 28 Days Later because the opening scene with the chimps and the rage virus takes place in Cambridge.
Oh shit!
I.e. in the research facilities. Also, the research facilities where my parents first met when they were at university.
Wow. Oh, wow.
So it's an actual place, but they do console me by telling me constantly that there were no infected rage chimps in Cambridge.
Yeah, okay.
Does that
Which
disappoint you?
It makes me feel safer. There's already enough fucked up shit in Cambridge. We don't need fucking chimps all over the place.
All right. We got more comments, Saul.
Yeah, we got some more comments for the Resident Evil stuff. We've got one from Arbery Alexander Harrington. It's a hell of a name.
Wow. It kind of needs a posher sort of announcement.
Go for it. Go on.
Aubrey Alexander Harrington.
There we go. Well done. He says the first two movies were good in my opinion. I brought the collection of the movies and it had commentary. A scene where they're in the vents of the first film, where they go, "Did you hear something?" and someone says "pests." They're not lying. They were in an old mansion and they heard cockroaches. That scene wasn't supposed to happen.
That's nice.
The second movie, they actually blew out the windows to a city hall at the end. But no church would let them have their fight scene with the liquor, so they had to use a soundstage.
Oh, fucking hell. I mean, that's fair enough, to be fair.
Yeah, I can imagine that being quite an awkward conversation to have.
Yeah.
But you think about the churches that actually allow certain types of films to shoot there. It's like, really?
Yeah, it's
That's
odd.
the film. That's what Yolanda haven't done. I don't know.
Yeah, it's odd, isn't it? Really.
Yeah.
What else we got?
One at the top.
The one at the top. Reckless Rex.
Yeah.
Reckless Rex. God, Jesus Christ, that's hard to say. Reckless Rex. He says, he, she, I don't know.
They.
Not actually too sure. Think he.
Just say they.
Just say they.
They say, okay, random headcanon. Carlos Oliveira in the movie is so very different in both personality and appearance from the game's Carlos Oliveira because, pardon me, because he is a completely different character. My airtight evidence that totally holds up to scrutiny is that his name is spelt differently. In fact, if you Google the two names, you get two completely different results.
Oh my god. Oh, that's amazing.
Oh yeah, because it's Carlos Oliveira.
Oh yeah.
Unless that's a typo that he's done.
No, I think it's genuinely.
So you have Carlos Oliveira and then Carlos Oliveira.
Wow. They must have done that on purpose, surely.
Ooh, can I read a comment? Can I
Yeah,
read a comment?
Yeah, there's another one from Reckless Rex at the bottom, actually.
Alright. Oh, this is exciting. I feel I should do my posh voice. The commentary and bloopers reel for the second film were awesome. In the school, Carlos is pointing the gun at Alice and Miljokovic goes, "Oh, Dad, are you flirting with me?" in the commentary.
I have watched the bloopers and they're actually pretty top notch. That bit in particular where literally just he's pointing a gun at her and her reaction is, "You flirting with me?" Come on.
To be fair, for a lot of times, commentaries are the best things you can get with the DVDs.
Yes.
Like the funniest ones I sort of heard about is Arnold Schwarzenegger films, because Schwarzenegger would just describe the film as it's happening while watching it, just every time.
What an idiot.
So he's watching the Terminator go. This is the scene where my character goes into the police station to ask where Sarah Connor is. You can see he's very menacing. And then he says the famous line, "I'll be back." See, he said the line, "I'll be back," and then he leaves.
Oh, there it is.
But then he's back with a car and everyone dies.
You'll see, he told you he'd be back.
So, I thought we'd finish off this talk of Resident Evil movies with a question from Zelen.
Okay.
He says, how about this? I want you two, brackets 3 in this situation, and I think I'm going to leave this up to you two.
Okay.
I want you two to fit in the tofu run into the canon of the film. Now, I'm going to have to explain what that is.
Yes, please.
Because this comes from a game.
Okay.
So, in Resident Evil 2, if you finish all the campaigns and do all of the timed runs and all of that, you are rewarded with an extra campaign in which your character is a giant block of tofu.
Yes, I know this. Yes.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
They also did this in the remake for Resident Evil 2. They've brought back.
You're kidding.
They brought it back,
So
and it's
you
fantastic.
do the entire game as a block of tofu.
You have to escape Raccoon City, which is infested with zombies, as a giant block of tofu. I want you two to try and fit that into the context of not both films, but pick a film
it's
and
obvious.
go with it.
It's obvious. Resident Evil 2. Alice gets killed in the helicopter crash, whatever, and comes back, and you don't see her face, you don't see her body. It's like, where am I? It's like, it's okay, we brought you back from the dead, it's fine. Like, can I see it? Is there any damage? It's like, no, we can't show you what you look like yet. It'd be too traumatic.
Trust me, you don't want to look.
Yeah, and then it's like she's thinking, get me out of here. So she does all the kung fu karate shit.
Oh, I believe this tofu wears a beret as well.
Yeah. Terry wears a beret. Black belt, obviously.
Yeah.
So it takes out all the guards. It runs out, gets to the car with the the other characters, and then everyone's like, "Oh my god, what did they do to you?" And then she looks in the mirror, and it's just a white sort of void, and it's like, why doesn't this mirror work? It's like, wait a minute, that's me! No!
Properly on hands and knees.
Yeah.
No!
Yeah. Well, no, she didn't have any hands and knees. She's just a block of tofu.
Just tofu. Then how the fuck does she do kung fu, Adam?
Look, I don't.
Oh no, it's not kung fu. It's tofu.
Oh!
There it is.
I literally
There
can't
it
add
is.
anything to that. That is perfect.
And I think that finishes off the talk of Resident Evil movies right there.
I mean, that was a pretty fucking stupid question. Of course, it's genetic mutation that turns her into tofu. Come on now.
Everybody was tofu fighting.
Holy shit. Alright, so what are we on? Mate, what the fuck? We're actually running on time.
Yes!
No way!
Yeah.
First time in time on for anything.
I was about to say, we should bring Max on more often.
I mean, God knows.
Straight and to the point. I get in there, I do my business, I get out, like your mum.
Oh,
God damn it, Max.
I need to open another beer. Actually, I've still got a little bit left. Thank you. Yeah, the main reason why we're here, well, Max is here, is because Max and I are currently rehearsing for a production of Green Day's American Idiot musical.
Yes.
That will be on in Cambridge. And yeah, I thought we'd sort of, first of all, we come along and sort of promote the show.
Yeah.
Come see it.
Please come see
This
it. Please.
this seems like a good platform to get it out there.
Where?
Please come see
Can
it.
you remember the date?
Please.
It's the 26th to the
30th
March.
Of March.
Yeah.
So every
ADC
day
theatre.
at 7:45, but there's also an extra show on Saturday at 2:30.
I believe it's called a matinee show.
I believe you should shut the fuck up. Please come see it.
Yes.
Please.
So, Max plays.
I thought you were talking to me there for a minute. I was like, I'm teching it.
So yeah, Saul's going to be involved as well. He's doing some lighting. And such.
I'm going to help out with lighting design and then help out with all of the tech stuff when that comes around. And possibly help put the stage together so I know how it all works.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
I'm just doing all of the stuff in the background, basically.
Yeah.
These
the
two
important
are the stars.
I mean, we couldn't have you on stage. I mean, that beard, it would just fuck up the stage lighting.
Yeah.
Jesus, it's so long now.
It
so
really
soft.
is. It's.
Yeah.
I'm
I mean,
touching it
you
right
could
now.
be you could
Max
be
is
Tevye and
stroking my
Fiddler on the
beard,
Roof,
it's
but I don't think
weird.
you could be an
Oh,
American
yeah.
Idiot.
Oh, God.
Max is stroking my beard
So soft.
again.
Yes.
ASMR big time. Yeah. So Max plays the character Will. Max, you want to describe what your character is?
Well, my character seems to be quite fitting to just... I'm not doing much acting because Will is a slob that spends most of the show on the sofa, complains a lot, and then, finally gets his shit together, which is pretty much my life.
That's why you got the part.
That is why I
Yeah,
got the
but
part.
you didn't get your girlfriend pregnant.
That is true, yeah. In the musical,
You're not method acting, are you?
No. In the musical, in the musical, I get the girlfriend pregnant, but in real life, pull-out game's stronger than your dad's.
And
God damn it, Max!
I play Saint Jimmy, who is a drug dealer.
Yeah.
And sort of a bit of the main character sort of alter ego, as it were.
Yeah. To be fair, this is the character that you are made to play, considering your love of the Rocky Horror Picture Show. This is the Frankfurter character of this show.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Billy Joe played him on Broadway.
Yeah.
And as did Tony Vincent and stuff. So yeah, I'm very excited to be playing St. Jimmy. It's very exciting. Get some pretty fun songs.
Yeah. Exactly.
And you do as well. You get some pretty cool songs as well.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, this is the first time I've had like an official character in a musical. Like we did Source and Youth Drama when we were teenagers.
Yeah.
You always had like a big part. I was basically in chorus.
I didn't
essentially.
always have a big part.
You did in all the shows I did.
Were you not in The Boyfriend? I didn't have a big part in that one.
You had a bigger part than me, didn't you?
No.
Yeah, didn't you at least have a character?
I had I was a policeman who literally walked on and blew a whistle.
Yeah, you had a scene. You had lines.
You had a scene in Oklahoma.
That was Oklahoma.
Children, please.
All right, sorry.
Okay, look.
But yeah,
we did The Music Man, The Boyfriend,
Yeah.
Oklahoma, and another one, Joseph,
yeah. And
Okay,
you did
and-
High School Musical as well.
and High School Musical. Okay, yeah. So that's 5 musicals. You had a lead part in 4 of those, and you had lines in 1. I only had lines in Oklahoma.
Okay,
And
fine.
as you can tell, he's not bitter about it
Not in the
whatsoever.
slightest. But it's just interesting because like I never had like a big part like this before in a musical, so it's always it's quite fun. Of course, it's a musical where I don't actually have.
I was like,
there are no
to be
lines.
fair,
It's mostly just music.
I've never actually like watched you on stage at all, Max. So I was lucky enough to sort of sit back in one of the rehearsals where you were just all going through songs, and you started singing, and I was like, oh shit, Max can sing.
Hey, you know what? When we're
How
done,
did that happen?
I've actually, if you want to see Max in a musical, I've actually got some video footage of Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat where that Max was in.
I will fucking kill you.
It's like, hey, I'm in it as well.
Yeah, you're Joseph.
Yeah.
But he's not but he's not bitter at all.
No. You have a solo singing line.
Oh, one line. Oh, good.
Okay,
I'm
fine.
so glad
Alright,
my
okay.
parents spent 2 hours in
Max,
this building to see me sing one line.
There are no small parts, only small actors.
Yeah, that's what people with big penises say.
Yeah, this is true. That's why I say it. So yeah, me and Max have been doing shows together. Well, we're not been doing, but we have done shows together before, and it's really nice to sort of be doing one again.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
We done shows together.
I know. I
as
was about
well.
to get onto that. Yes. So to be honest, this is kind of how me and Saul met. Really, was through drama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, like we did shows together. So what did we did? You didn't do Oliver, did you?
No, I think the first was We Were Rock You.
You.
Oh God, that
Wait,
musical.
Where I played a perverted old man. And I
that-
loved it.
Yeah, We Were Rock You is probably one of my
Played a
favorite.
perverted old man.
Yes.
So you,
Method acting, mate.
Totally
at its best.
Actually, hang on, Saul. We've only done one musical together.
Yeah.
you didn't do Hairspray.
But it was a pretty damn big musical.
No, Saul wasn't in Hairspray.
No.
I was though.
Mm.
Yeah.
I took more of like.
We did like drama
backseat.
performances and stuff, didn't we? Like we did our device.
Yeah, we did all of
Yeah.
our drama stuff together. I believe we
scripted
did.
100.
We did 100. Yeah, 100.
Oh yeah, that one. I remember that.
Yeah.
Where I spent most of the play claiming that the world was round like an orange and not flat like a plate.
Something
know
that
that's
needs to
wrong.
be taught in schools now.
Oh, yeah.
Max, when you go up in an airplane and you take a spirit level bubble, it doesn't move. So what do you say about that?
I say an airplane is a contained environment, so fuck you.
You know what I say about that, Adam? Please mind the gap between the plane and the trap form.
Yeah, all right, fine. I always got that line wrong. And you know what? I still get it wrong to this day. But it's okay.
Yeah.
So we've all sort of had our dab hand at musical and
Yeah,
musical stuff.
I've taken much more of a back seat on it, as in like I'm doing all of the tech stuff and the stuff behind the scene rather than being on the stage these
Yeah.
days.
You do enjoy it though, don't you? You
Yeah,
like that side of
absolutely.
it.
It's what I want to be
It's gonna
doing
really-
as a
you know what?
career. So
This is going to be really exciting for me as well, because normally when you like have a tech like people, I don't really know them that well, and it's a bit like awkward when you're like, oh, actually, can I?
He thinks
you
they're a
know,
lower class of people.
it's like, what? No, I don't. I don't. No, I honestly don't. No.
I'm gonna mess up his microphone so hard.
No, honestly, I know for a fact that you should never ever piss off any of the technical people.
Yo, yes,
no,
of
you
course.
shouldn't.
No.
Why is that, Adam?
What story are you thinking of?
Wasn't there it's like, was it you or someone else that sort of like had a thing with a tech guy? And was it you that told me about this? No.
Okay, well, I'll tell you my story.
Yeah.
So obviously, my mum and dad have been in the business and stuff. And one of their friends, James Head, he was playing Eddie in Rocky Horror.
Yeah, this is the one.
Yeah. So he really pissed off the musical director one time. I don't know what he did. He just pissed him off. So one night, to get back at James at the MD. He changed the key of Eddie's song. So obviously, Hot Patootie.
Yeah.
So normally it goes dun 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 dun, and then he goes, "Whatever happened to Saturday night?"
Yeah.
But instead of doing that, instead of going dun 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 dun, it went dun 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 dun. And then it was like, dun 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 dun. Whatever happened to Saturday night? And obviously it's really fucking high.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, because he was like, I'm gonna fuck him up and make him look stupid. But the great thing was, he sang through the whole song, perfect pitch.
Did he nail it?
Yeah, he fucking nailed it. And then he went, fuck you. And then got killed by Frankenfurter.
Yeah.
So yeah, you should never ever piss off the people that make you look good, because they can really
Yeah.
And that's not, I mean, you should be nice to people anyway, but they do a lot of work, the tech people. So I've got massive respect.
I always appreciate the casts who turn around and are appreciative towards the tech people, because some casts can be like, oh no, I'm the star and it's all about me and blah 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 blah, and it's like, well, you have no idea about the amount of work that goes into the background of actually making you guys look good in the first place on a stage.
Yeah,
I think
we could just black you out entirely.
I have met some tech people that are a bit too dickish to us.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what? Like we're trying. I am genuinely trying to help you, but I don't know what you want. Just tell me what you want me to do. I've just, I'm in the same boat as you, especially when you're in your first time in the theater, which is normally like the day before you're about to, go on.
Yeah,
It's like,
I don't think
it's all
I
very-
don't think even audiences understand that. The fact that yes, you've been rehearsing. I mean, you guys have been rehearsing since January,
Yeah.
beginning of. But you don't actually know the positioning of anything until a few days before the performances are due.
Because I mean, Max, you even said to me like, I can't wait until we get into the ADC and like start rehearsing. I was like, well, we'll literally have the tech run, the dress run, and
We'll
then
have
we'll
a
be
tech
on.
run, a dress run.
And you were like, fuck, really?
Hopefully,
you think?
Well,
if you're lucky,
I mean, like,
another run in between.
I mean, because I've seen you being like stuff that you were in Spam-A-Lot a couple of years ago. And
Yeah.
stuff like that, and that all worked out very well. Everyone looked like they were in the places they were supposed to be.
Yeah.
You don't think about it sort of being like at the 11th hour sort of thing.
Yeah, no, I know. I know. I totally get that. And like, you were perfectly right to think that would be, that would be the case. But yeah, like it's just
it's on the whole talk of 11th hour thing. It's going to be a bloody difficult month for me. I'm going to enjoy it loads, but the job that gives me money is a baker, so I start at 4 in the morning.
Oh,
Yeah.
Christ.
And so on show days, like, they are going to be some long ass days.
Yeah.
I'll get you
man.
some Codkee. We'll be fine.
Oh, thanks, man. There it is! Yay!
Oh man. But yeah, so let's talk a bit more about the actual show, American Idiot itself. It's a bit obviously if you don't know about what American Idiot is, it is the Green Day album. They're like sort of I'd like to say their biggest album, to be honest.
It's definitely. I mean,
Yeah, it's
It's
their most known
significant.
album, I
Yeah.
think.
it's the most significant album because you have like albums like they have Dookie, which is like the album that put them on the map.
Yeah.
And then there's like like Nimrod with Time of Your Life on it, but American Idiot's the one that like cemented
Really,
them.
Yeah,
as being, like-
rock gods.
Yeah, essentially, it's
Yeah.
the album that's got them into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
essentially.
So they yeah, it's a fantastic. I mean, obviously, and so this musical is sort of using the music from that and from the album after that,
Yeah.
21st Century Breakdown. It's got a couple of songs from that.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's basically a rock opera. There's not really that much talking in it. It's mainly the songs.
Yeah, most of the talking is like monologues.
Yeah, it's just
essentially.
in between the songs, if that, and it's mainly Johnny, the main character, who does it.
Yeah.
And yeah,
But I get some lines as well.
you do
Aha.
get the lines, yeah.
And how many
From your couch.
how many spoken lines do you have in this musical, Adam?
Well, I have a whole paragraph.
Like
I have
spoken lines.
Yeah.
Do you? You have a whole paragraph?
Yeah, me and Johnny have a monologue together.
Oh, for fuck! Actually, that's with Johnny, so it doesn't count.
No.
This is-
Oh, shut up! It's not a fucking competition.
But as we've stated before, Max isn't bitter at all.
Not
so...
better in the slightest.
Fine, you have more songs than me, you have more lines than me. Yeah, but you just sit on a couch half the fucking time.
Exactly. I get the role you wanted.
He
to
gets
have
the best of both
because
worlds.
because you talked a lot about how you often in the previous numbers when they have big dance numbers, you're like, yeah, my character I don't think would be dancing as much.
Yeah, I would literally every show I've done, I've desperately tried to get out of the dance numbers. So if it
That's
was
not happening this time, is
no,
it?
no, no, no,
not.
no, no, they weren't.
I know.
Bryony, the
I was going to say, did Bryony not let you?
No,
I didn't
no.
think she would.
But you can't do Saint Jimmy sat on a couch.
no, but
I
like
can.
no, but you could. But yeah, so like I mean, I did Fiddle on the Roof, and I was playing Laser Wolf.
Yeah.
And the first one was like To Life, like the dancing.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't think Laser Wolf would dance. They're like, why wouldn't he dance? He's celebrating because he's going to marry Zeitel. Like, nah, I don't think he would. Why? Because he's a grumpy man. Like, I think he's old. Like, I think it signifies how old he is that he's not dancing. They're like, fine. So I did that. And then they were
That's
like,
how it always ends. It's just them going, fine.
so then it was the next one was like the dream sequence with Frumasera, who is like in the play is Reb Tevye's dead wife.
Yeah.
And then they were like, right, okay, off you go. You need to be in this. I was like, I don't think I'd be in this one. They were like, why wouldn't you be in this one? I was like, well, because it's my dead wife. Why would I be in the a dream sequence about my dead wife? Like, he wouldn't put me in his dream sequence. And they were like, fine. And then it was like, right, aha. Okay, the wedding scene. Everyone needs to dance in the wedding scene where Zeitel doesn't marry you, but she marries the
Oh God!
And I was like,
yeah.
I would definitely not dance at the wedding that was supposed to be my wedding. I would sit there grumpily and not dance.
And drink.
Yeah. I got off every fucking dance in that musical. And me and Ashley, who both played he actually played like the Russian.
Oh,
The Russian. We called ourselves the bad men. Because we were just the bad guys, and like, we were like, we'd do Batman thing, and literally in the second act, I did nothing. So we went to McDonald's at one point.
Wow.
We just left, went to McDonald's, and came back, and we still had plenty of time.
Oh my, really?
Yeah.
Is that like McDonald's? It takes like 10 minutes to get to McDonald's.
Yeah, we drove there. Yeah, we drove.
Oh
there.
my God.
Yeah, we drove there, got to McDonald's, and came back.
You fucking hell.
But that was
man.
that was a musical where it wasn't tech, but it was technically a techie story, but
yeah,
they put so at the end scene I had to drag on, I had to put take on a suitcase and sort of say goodbye and say, well, Tevye, I'm going, I'll see you later, goodbye, and it's like, oh, goodbye, Laser Wolf, I'll see you later, no hard feelings. And on the last night, normally I had to go to the props room to get my suitcase and then take it to the stage and then go on and do my scene and come back. But this night, my suitcase was by the stage, in the wings, ready to go on. And then the props guy and all the cast that weren't on the stage at that point were all staring at me and looking and smiling and laughing. And I was like, what? I was like, what? What have you done? And then they was like, just pick it up. And then they had put like 5 stage weights in it, like really fucking heavy weights.
Oh yeah, those things are heavy.
They're really heavy.
Yeah, sick.
Well, it might not have been 5, it might have been a couple, but it was heavy, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm like, you bastards. I pick it up, I drag it on stage, and obviously nobody's like, well, Tevye, I'll see you later. And then the last one I was like, well, Tevye, bang! It's fucking massive thing. Well, Tevye, bang! I'll be off, I'll see you later. Alright, see you later. Oh, fuck it. and then I go off stage, and they're all like gobsmacked. And they're like, I'm like, what? And they go, well, we didn't think you'd bother taking it off. We thought you'd leave it. I was like, oh, fucking hell!
Nobody said that was an option.
Yeah,
It's never an option in theatre.
The
show must go on.
Ooh, that leads nicely on to just some questions about musicals. So, what's people's favourite musicals?
Oh yeah, what's what would you say yours?
I'm gonna just go cheating here and just there was the first film I loved as I was a kid, Night Before Christmas. That's it.
I was saying the other day, right?
Yeah.
So have you heard the awful rumours that they're talking about doing a live action remake of Night Before Christmas?
Yes, I have, and I hope it's not true.
I
really hope it's not true.
Stage adaptations,
yes,
please.
I know. That's what I said. I was like, that'd be so good. There's an amazing version of this guy doing Jack Lehman on YouTube.
Yeah.
And it's just so good. I'm like, this is why it should be a stage play.
Yes, a stage play. And you could be Jack Skellington.
Yeah.
I'll be Oogie Boogie.
Yeah, amazing. Saul can be
Sally.
Tech guy.
the tech guy. Yeah. Saul can be Sally. Oh man.
Well, I just want to see you two kiss.
No. He could be the wolf.
Yes.
He's all alone up there, locked away inside. You know. Yes, that's a good one.
And the tech guy.
Yeah, and the tech guy, yeah. He just does that line, "This all alone up there, locked away inside."
You
Okay,
just
lights.
see me running back up to the lighting box.
So, what's your favourite?
To be fair, I did that actually for one of my performances in my second year of uni.
Yeah.
Where I played a character and I was doing the video tech side as well. I'm not going to go into what the play was all about, but the play entailed 5 live cameras to be on stage.
Oh my God.
Including 2 night vision security cameras.
Oh my God.
That I had control of on one box. That I could flick between each camera on 3 separate screens that were dotted around the stage. So I played a character that just dies immediately at the first 5 minutes. I basically have a monologue, and then I go off screen, and it's presumed that I'm killed.
Yeah.
But the video box was actually on stage the entire time. So I literally just stood up, and I was in like full suit because I was meant to be playing a detective. So fedora, full suit, just walked on stage, did my bit, and then, with the audience still knowing exactly where I was, just walked back to my video position and stayed there for the rest of the show.
Oh my god.
So I made the most stage presence on that show because I was always on stage throughout the entire show. Because they still wanted me in it, but they didn't know how to get me like back up to the lighting box or whatever quick enough.
Yeah. Then again, that doesn't. I don't want to be mean, but it doesn't say much for the play. If once you got into the video box, you're the biggest present. Just like, oh my god, the fedora guy's still there.
No, the hilarious thing was that obviously I walked on stage and got myself seated like 5 minutes before the show started to make sure everything was fine.
Yeah.
And my step family who came and watched me saw me and went, "Hey, it's Saul!" And I remember putting on the headset and the lighting guy talking to me through the headset going, I'm assuming that's your family. Yes, it is. It's like, you handled that well.
Saul, favourite musical, go.
I've got a couple, and they're both for different reasons.
Okay.
We Will Rock You is up there as one of my favourites because it's the first musical that I was ever part of myself.
Yeah.
Fine.
And not only that, like, we got to know like the West End crew and all of that, and we got really close to them to the point where they were sending me free tickets if I could just make it up to London.
Yeah.
So that holds like a really special place in my heart as it being like my first musical that I was ever properly involved with.
Okay.
My favourite all out is War of the Worlds.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's got to be War of the Worlds.
I'm actually seeing War of the Worlds at the ADC Theatre, which is where the American Idiot musical is going to be.
Yeah.
A week today.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Cool. I bet you can guess mine. Come on.
It's gotta be Joseph and his amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat or Rocky Horror Picture Show.
I was going to say Rocky
Yeah,
Horror.
Rocky Horror. Yeah, 100% Rocky Horror. That's my dream one. Frankenfurter is like my dream part. Like, if I can ever play Frankenfurter, I'll stop.
Just stop.
I'll stop doing musicals. That'll be it.
Oh right, I
Although-
thought you were just gonna die.
As far as physical theatre is concerned, Lion King is up there for me because the
Oh, yeah, Lion
puppetry in
King's
that
really
is phenomenal.
Yeah, it's brilliant. It's a gorgeous little thing.
Is there any musicals that you guys utterly dislike? Because I can't really think of one.
I have a love-hate relationship with Moulin Rouge.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like it's one of those musicals where everyone in my family loves. Like my dad loves it, my fiance loves it.
Yeah, it's one of Kat's favourite films.
Yeah, and I
100%
try and
fan.
enjoy it just like while it's there, but I'm just like I just can't. Like the songs are fine for the most part, and don't get me started on Nirvana.
yeah.
But yeah, I just cannot. I cannot figure out how it's like The Greatest Showman. Like I haven't seen it, but from the bits I've tried to watch, it's just like I can't figure it out. I don't know.
I think from what I can get, like the songs are great.
Yeah.
The story just makes no fucking sense whatsoever.
He was abusive. He was a horrible person.
Yeah.
P.T. Barnum.
But then again, what musical hasn't like completely switched the truth around? I mean, like you got the Sweeney Todd musical. Like, let's not even go over the fact of whether or not Sweeney Todd actually existed. Like,
Yeah. I mean, one that just came to mind was Rock and Roll High School, which isn't necessarily a musical like that went to stage, but like it's the Ramones musical.
Oh God.
Oh
yeah.
That is absolutely fucking awful, and that is a blight on the punk era. I swear to God. Saw any bad musicals? And if I've got a couple of comments to read.
Honestly, nothing that immediately springs to mind without me going and ah for about 5 minutes. I mean, like, even stuff like Legally Blonde. I hate the movie. The movie can go to hell, but the musical. I actually went to go see the musical, and the musical was fantastic.
I have to admit that I'm starting to get a little bit bored with these constant movie adaptations. Like, why is there a SpongeBob SquarePants musical?
I knew you'd bring that up.
I know. Well, the thing is, Alex is going to be listening to this, and I'm going to say, Alex, I don't know what you're on about, but SpongeBob SquarePants should not be musical. I don't care whether the songs are good. It's awful, and I've said it now. I haven't even listened to the songs. I'm not going to. I know they're shit.
But that being said, If you could turn any movie into a musical, which one would it be?
Oh, I literally have no idea.
I
I've no idea. That's a hard one.
I mean, for me, considering our conversation, In Bruges comes to mind.
Yeah, In Bruges
It's like
could be
two manky hookers and a racist wharf.
Oh,
Yeah,
God,
that
that's
could
hard.
work.
I don't know.
Resident Evil, the musical.
Zombies, zombies everywhere. There's zombies. Look, there's a zombie. Oh, look, another zombie.
I mean, we've been talking about. I want them to do a tourist ass musical. I
Yeah.
said that a lot. I mean,
Yeah.
like the band Tourist Ass. I'd love to see that. Just to see it all live on stage with a big choir and stuff. That would be probably my thing.
Right.
Right.
Also, because of Green Day, sort of discussing like other 2000 bands, and we thought My Chemical Romance would be good for a musical.
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
the Black Parade would be fantastic as a
Oh
musical.
yeah, no, that would be great.
Yeah.
Right, so yeah, like I said, we're in American Idiot. So I put on we've got a group chat going. So I just sort of asked, is there anything you'd like to say about the musical or about other casts or anything about the rehearsals? Megan, our director, says, yes, we are awesome.
Well, she kind of has to say that. She's the director.
So, yeah. Alex says that.
How much did you pay her to say that?
Not much.
The question is, how much did you pay us?
Yeah. Alex says, well, that he's the faggot America. He says, well, maybe I'm the faggot America.
That's not like
Yeah.
a literal statement. That's a line from the musical. It hasn't aged well in certain areas, but, it still gets the point across.
Yeah, well, Owen says nipple. That is all.
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, and then Alex says penis.
Yep, right.
Penis and nipple the musical. I mean, this is this
As
is
you
the
can
cast
tell,
of American
as-
Idiot. We're very, very, very sensible.
And mature.
Of course, we are all retired members of Mensa in this musical.
And so I'll leave with Owen's comment. This is why you need to buy tickets. Perfect advert here. This is from Owen. He says, "Tell the world we're gonna melt faces and pleasure their ear holes. So don't sit in the front row. You will get pregnant."
Even if you're a man.
Yeah. So yeah,
We're
you
going to
just-
do wonderful business for Planned Parenthood with this musical, I swear to
Yeah,
God.
100%. Yeah. So come see Pied Piper's production of American Idiot if you're in the Cambridge area. If you're not in
Yeah.
the Cambridge area, then travel down. Why not? Get a hotel.
Yeah, I have friends coming from Birmingham all the way to see this.
Wow.
Where's your commitment?
Yeah, I know that someone's coming from Spain to see it. So,
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Please come and see it. Well, our validation is so weak. We need love.
yeah.
Please.
Know,
Please.
actually, we don't really need to please.
And then
'cause
you
to be honest,
possibly
the
have a
tickets
Please.
sell
chance
out
of
anyway.
meeting the three idiots that is putting this podcast together today for you right now.
Or even
Right.
more inviting, have the option to not meet these idiots and say, get away from me and stop peeing on my shoes.
That's
Yeah.
also a possibility.
Okay, guys, we should wrap this up.
We got to give each other entertainment exchange
Oh,
stuff.
fuck, yeah.
Oh,
sorry.
yeah.
Okay, I'll quickly go first.
Yep.
Okay.
I don't have mine up here. We normally bring it up and hand it to each other, but I don't have it with me because I don't actually have the case for it anymore. I got rid of the case.
That's a good
I
start.
got rid of the
Alright.
case when we moved because it just. I was like, I kept all the discs and got rid of the case, so I'll have to find something for you to put it in, basically. But yeah, I am giving you the Elder Scrolls Oblivion.
Ooh.
Yes,
Yes.
queen.
Right.
A fantastic game. I personally think that it's better than Skyrim. Fucking
All
fight
right.
me.
Well, yeah. Skyrim was the first one I played, so it'll be interesting to see how
Yeah.
I fare
I think
up to it.
I think you should just take Skyrim out of your mind and see
Okay.
it as a different
I
game.
can't. I've played it in
No,
VR.
I know.
But
Because
look at it this way: Oblivion's just a lot more diverse in terms of like the types of missions and its locations. I
Okay.
mean,
yeah,
Oblivion, you get a wonderful scope of landscapes. In Skyrim, it's snow, a bit more snow,
And some more
and
snow.
some more snow. Yeah.
With
Yeah.
some frostbite spiders thrown in for good measure, which
Exactly.
are terrifying in VR.
yeah.
Whereas in Oblivion, you get like sort of like sweeping fields, mountains. You get some snow as well. But also with the expansions, you get stuff like Sheer Gorath Slayer, which is like fucking weird.
Yeah. So
Okay, yeah, I'm down.
Me and Matt's kind of agreed that the one thing you should do
Okay.
is you need to kill an innocent person
Right.
and then go to sleep
In the game.
in the game. Yeah. Very
I was
important.
gonna say.
Kill an innocent person that's not part of a quest.
Right.
Kill an innocent person
And
and then go to sleep.
I'll make a
And
note of that.
Is it an owned bed? It's got to be an owned bed, right? You got to own the bed.
Yeah, I think either way, you have to kill an innocent person and get away with it.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
Because the guards were
No one
sometimes.
said skill had to be involved,
No,
Max.
I think if the guards catch you, I think you still technically can. Yeah, I think it still counts.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Well, either way, just stab a hooker. Grand Theft Auto rules.
Yeah. And you should do that quest line basically.
Okay.
That's one of my favourite ones.
Is that the only rule here? I can choose
do what
whatever
you want.
class.
Do whatever
Stuff
class
like
you
that.
want. Yeah.
Righto.
Honestly, I'd go for Argonian just because then you can breathe
Yeah.
underwater and it just makes things easier.
Yeah,
Right.
definitely. Also, you're a lizard, and you
It's
can then be
badass. But you don't have
potentially a
to.
member of the
Do
royal
what you want.
family.
Oh, and
Okay.
don't become a vampire for love of God.
Oh, don't.
Yeah, I tried being a vampire in Skyrim and that was just
Oh,
not
shit.
fun.
It's not fun.
Why be a vampire when you could be a werewolf?
Yeah, I went for
Yeah.
werewolf afterwards and that was
Yeah.
much more fun.
Right?
So yeah, Oblivion. Fucking awesome game.
Alright.
Saul, what are you giving me?
Amazing. I am giving you another film.
Ooh, lovely.
I can't believe you haven't watched
Yeah,
this one.
I can't quite believe you haven't seen this, to be honest with you.
I'm starting to worry that I have now, but maybe I haven't.
I'm giving you John Wick.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, no.
I cannot believe you haven't seen this.
No.
This
No.
is absolutely fantastic.
I
love
mean,
it to
in
bits.
terms of violence and gore, it's not like The Raid or anything like that, but it's a solid action
It's
film.
a solid
And
action
it's just,
film.
it's also slightly mad, and it's Keanu Reeves back in his prime.
Yeah.
So I say, because Keanu Reeves, I feel, is a bit hit and miss sometimes.
Not in this.
Not in
He's
this.
very
Okay,
much
he's
hit.
He's
Cool.
back in a proper sort of film trilogy to rival that of The Matrix in
Oh,
terms
really?
of his
Okay.
stature.
Yeah, absolutely. It's up there
Yeah.
as some of my one of my favorite action
Yeah.
films.
And if you like this one, you can then watch the second one, and the third one comes out in the summer, so you
Yeah.
can
Nice.
figure it
So
all
watch
out.
it at your time.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you everybody for listening.
Yes.
Thank you again, Max, for coming along. I think we will invite you back.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Yay, that's good.
Well, I mean, we'll let the audience decide, but
Yeah.
we'll get back to you.
In the meantime, I've been holding the pee for about an hour now,
Yeah,
so
so
I'm
have
gonna-
I.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
I'm
Well,
first, bitch.
Max is off.
Max is going.
I'm
Lovely.
going. I can't hold it in anymore. Jesus is calling.
Okay. Well, he's gone.
Oh,
He's
that was
literally gone.
awful.
Oh my God! Fucking hell.
Jesus.
We cannot invite him back.
We can't invite him back.
No.
That was
God,
madness.
Would not stop, shouting.
He just wouldn't stop.
He drank so much cider.
He drank so much cider.
That's ridiculous. I tell
This
you what,
is, this is a big bottle. It's
he should go- it's
750 milliliters.
7.3%.
That's why
I
he
tell
was
you
a
what,
bit
like,
racist.
Small town drunks. I'm so sorry. He definitely got drunk in this podcast.
Yeah, he stole your shtick more than we ever could
Ever did,
at this
yes, I'm
stage.
so
So
sorry. We won't
we can
invite him
only
back.
apologise. We won't let it happen again. We're very sorry.
Anyway, if you want to follow us, we are Let's Talk BS1 on
Of which we're now going to
Twitter.
be posting a video on. Apparently, I
Of-
can't wait for that
What's
one.
it called? Vodka.
Kafka.
Kafka, whatever it is. We're gonna be drinking some of that.
It's gonna be awful.
It's gonna be terrible, but whatever. And yeah, obviously we're on Facebook as well at Let's Talk BS2.
We still haven't got the Instagram yet.
No,
It's not gonna
no.
happen,
To be fair,
I
actually,
don't
it's probably be a good first post for the Instagram.
I mean, yeah, probably would.
Yeah. So if you want to follow me, I'm at Ads Queenie Bond or B. I can't remember anymore.
And I am at Saul Reed.
Thank you so much for listening, and please join us next time where we'll be talking more
BS.
See you later.
Bye bye. Max says bye as well.
I'm in.
Bye.
I'm back, bitches.
Oh no.
Goodbyes are too long.